Good morning. So today I'm starting a new series. It's a series where I actually try to do within 1 hour as much work as possible, and I'll try to use as much as possible GitHub Copilot and ChatGPT to do the work. Today, the challenge I have is I need to pre-process some video files, which I need to give to Wavetulip, a new version of Wavetulip that I'm implementing based on a more recent paper. Okay, so I need to take these video files. I need to convert them to a target frame rate. It should be probably 25 frames per second, but it depends on it can change. It doesn't have to always be 25 frames per second. It can be anything. Okay, so I'm going to convert that to the frame rate I want. Then I'm going to split those video files, okay, into segments based on the number of frames that I've configured as a parameter. Okay, and then for each set of frames that I extract, or I will also have the audio for those frames. Okay, so I want to create pairs of set of frames and audio. Okay, this is going to be used later for the audio discriminator, the lip sync discriminator that Wavetulip requires, and this lip sync discriminator is going to check those frames and it's going to compare against the audio and see if they are in sync or not. Okay, but for now I'm only worried about pre-processing data. Okay, and another thing I need to do, I'm not just going to keep the whole video, I'm just going to extract the faces. So I'm going to identify in the video the face that that's actively speaking. For now, I'm just going to pick one. My videos are going to have only one face for now. Okay, but later on I'll probably add more complexity, but for now it's just one. Okay, and now I'll create a thumbnail of that the face for each frame, and then discard everything else in the video. Okay, so at the end we're going to have a sequence of thumbnails of faces and then the audio for that. Okay, let's see how it goes. I have 1 hour, and I'm not going to I'm not, the only thing that I might stop the video for is because I might have to use my GPU, and I know that if I use the GPU, that's going to slow down the recording. So other than that, this is going to be a straight 1 hour exercise. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to ChatGPT and see how much he can basically tell me. I want to give him a description of what I want to do. I need to divide. I need to convert set of video files, and by the way, I need to make this a bit smaller. Okay, I need to convert a set of video files into a target frame rate, e.g. 25 frames per second. Okay, and I need to extract, to subdivide the video into sets of 5 frames each. Okay, but this will variable, it could be so I can change this later, right? Okay, so I'm going to subdivide the video into sets of 5 frames each, and also for each set of frames I will have the audio for those frames. Okay, create I want to create a subfolder for each video. Okay, for now we're just going to keep things very tidy. I want to create a subfolder for each video, and for each segment of video, another subfolder which details, which is named based on the frame count, or the frame index in the video. Okay. All right. So this is what I want to do. What am I missing here? For now, it's just going to be, you can store the frames as a JPEG. For now, I'm not worried about extracting faces. For now, it's just splitting the video. And the audio can be a WAV file. Please give me the script in Python. Okay, so that's it. That's it. This is my specification, and I'll see what ChatGPT is able to give me. Okay, with some luck, it will just work. Okay, let's see. I'm going to switch ChatGPT 4 because I know that's better, and I'm paying for it, so I might as well use it. Okay, so you can see it's telling me I can use OpenCV, which is fair enough. I would have expected him to also suggest FFmpeg, you know, because that's probably faster in a way, but it's going straight to OpenCV. OpenCV also has an integration with FFmpeg, so if it has to do anything complicated with the images, it will normally use OpenCV anyway. It will use FFmpeg. Okay. So I just need to make sure that, you know, I can't just, I mean, I need to read this carefully, and also make sure that it's doing what I asked it to do, because sometimes it doesn't get it. But it's doing something. I'm surprised that it actually, okay, where does it convert this to the frames, first of all? Get video properties, calculate frame steps to achieve the target frame rate. Wow. To be honest, right, I would go with FFmpeg for this step. No, but this is not done yet, right? Is it? It's a lot less code than I expected without FFmpeg. Okay, let's be open-minded. Let the AI be in charge. Okay, so I'm going to copy this code, and I'm going to open my VS Code and just see what this actually can achieve. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I tidy up this now, so it doesn't get too. So I'm going to create. Okay, I have my data here, the sample videos. Okay, this is my input. Okay, so should I have pipeline? Okay, I have input generate. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to create a folder called input. So it's kind of clear what is the actual original data. So this is original data. So I'm going to put input here. I'm going to move this. So I'm actually taking advantage as well of this opportunity to start tidying up my structure for folders, because it's going to get very messy, because there's a lot of processing of data that I need to do. Okay. And there's a lot of steps as well. So I'm going to create another folder, which is going to be preprocessing. Okay. And then the first stage is, let's call it splitting. Let's call it splitting, yeah? That makes sense for now. Splitting. Okay, splitting. All right. And this, so in here, that will be, okay, call it splitting or whatever. All right, so the data will come into input, can be any folder, any file inside here, okay? And then it will go into splitting. Okay, for now, I'm going to actually copy the code now. Okay, let's see where I put the code. So we have some folders here. I'm going to create a folder called preprocessing. Okay, so I'm going to put all the preprocessing scripts. Maybe I should create. I'm going to create a folder called source, so it becomes very clear later on what's new for preprocessing. Okay, right. So preprocessing, and now new file. So split video file.py. Okay, and I have the code here. I actually want to also, okay, I have here the folder. It just tells me one video. Okay, I want a set of videos. So I'm going to see if OpenCV, I want to see if ChatGPT is able to change this code. Can you change the code so that it processes a list of videos rather than just one? I should also challenge it. Why are you not using FFmpeg, right? Because it's, in my opinion, it's a very more efficient way to do this, rather than trying to create some Python code straight away. Eventually, you have to do it, but you know. I don't think that's very efficient, actually. But like, on the other hand, I'm thinking now ahead, right? With this for loop, or with this while loop, I can already, because I'm extracting the frames, I can actually apply the cropping at the same time as I basically do this function, right, of splitting. So this could be more efficient, actually. So I'm open-minded. So let's see if this code actually works. Okay. So another thing it's doing, it's just going. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Okay, this is not exactly what I wanted. Okay, fine. So this is not going very well. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the code here with GitHub Copilot. Okay, so if I have, so input video, so input, so okay, okay, what I'm going to do, video files, well, okay, so it's doing a list directory. I want to use os.walk. But you see, I have better code here. So this will actually get me all the videos in the immediate directory, okay? But I want to use something else, which is actually more flexible. So I'm going to copy this from previous code I had. It's okay. VQ gun implementation. What was that? The code? Oh yeah, I know what it is. Okay, I have some code here, so I just can copy and paste it. Still work. Yeah, I just want to copy this. Okay, so I'll copy this because it does exactly what I want to do. I'll just have to change the extension for now. Okay, so video files. So any files within the directory, it will take it. So okay, os.path.join root. So it will give me, it will do what I want. Okay, and then I just have to change this variable. So it's going to be input videos path. Okay, so I'm just going to replace that and put it here. So now we have video files, so we have more than one. Okay, and I'm going to be honest, actually maybe I should have just tried with one first and then complicate this a bit further, but well, that's how I did it now. Okay, so I have input videos. Now I'm just going to change this so I can, it's a bit long already, the code, but why is it doing this? Yeah, I don't think this is very efficient, to be honest. So for input video, input videos, okay. Okay, and then it should just run. Okay, so let's try now run this. So I'm going to put the path here. So input videos, I'm going to make this into this path. Okay, copy path. Doesn't matter, I can have any number of subdirectories I need. It doesn't matter. That's too much. Okay, so copy relative path. Okay, data input. And this could be running from inside another directory, so I'm going to call it. Okay, I need to do relative path, so okay. Two subdirectories, okay. And then what is this folder? Okay, folder output folder is going to be here. So data preprocessing, and then splitting. Actually, give me a different name. Split. I should call it splitted, but never mind. Keep it for now. Okay, I can change it later. So now I have my code, and I'm just going to run this. I'm actually not running on. I'm in the wrong place. Okay, 1 second. So I want to run this from a container. Okay, this is my container. Okay, so I'm going to run this from inside the container. It's better because it already has all the libraries I need. So I'm going to source preprocessing, and now I can just run hyphen split video files. Okay, I have an error. So I have no model named. I need to make sure adjust the windows because I can't see the error behind my camera. Okay, so right. Okay, so I'm here. Okay, so I have a little bit more space. So I have, so no model named OpenCV. For now, I'm just going to install it like this. OpenCV Python, I think. I thought I had OpenCV, but never mind. So let's see, what time is it now? Okay. Right. So let's run this now. Okay, so cannot open shared object. That's just not good. This is already going to it's telling me that it's not, it's giving, if I'm with this error, it means I'm already having to worry about library dependencies and so on. It's going to take me a while. I will run out of time. I don't know what this is, to be honest. I see if ChatGPT knows. I'm getting this error. Okay, let's see if this one works. Okay, with some luck, this is going to do it. Then I have to update my Docker file. Okay, it's not doing it. Oh, another error. Okay. So far, so good. Now I'm getting okay, so hopefully I'm not going to spend the next hour just fixing missing dependencies. I wanted to try the code, but this is a real life scenario, right? You're going to have these problems all the time. What is that? Okay, let's see this one. I don't have sudo, so I need to run this without sudo. Yes. Okay, it's installing it. So far, so good. I've once had used ChatGPT to try and help me with fixing an issue with versions, and that can be very tricky because if you have a set of libraries with different dependencies and they need different versions of the same library, good luck with that. But you know, I actually was able to resolve that with ChatGPT, which is good. Okay, so now let's try and run the code. Come on. Why do I need movie spy? That's why FFmpeg would have been better. See, sometimes you have to be critical. Okay, but I'm going to try this one once more. Okay, it seems like it's working. Okay, but that doesn't mean I want to use this for my final version because okay, there's an error. Okay, so file exists. So it seems like it's copying. It's not. Okay, I see what's happening here. Okay, so let's see what it did. It's promising, to be honest. Okay. First of all, I think I misspelled preprocessing. Okay, I can fix that easily. Okay, so it should have gone to this folder, but it went to this one. Okay, you can see that first of all, it didn't use the the video file name, so that's why I came up with this. But okay, you know what? It's not bad. It's not bad. It created a WAV file. Okay, here I'm just like breathing. So I wonder what I should do to those sections, right? Should I just cut them out? I'll decide that later. But okay, this is promising. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad for like 5 minutes work. But for FFmpeg is probably a better solution for this. I still think that. Okay, let's go to another segment. You see, I can now fix easily this issue. Okay, so you see, this is basically the thumbnails corresponding to my speech here. Okay. All right. So this is not bad. Okay. So I'm going to just change the code so it doesn't create the same folder name every time and just tidy up. But actually, I think it's not bad for like something, a 5-minute job, right? Means I can just, you know, I don't have to focus just yet on performance. I will have to do that later when I have hundreds. You have to like compile at least 30 hours of footage for Wave to be properly trained, right? So I only have like 5 minutes. Okay, but this is good. So I'm going to now just change the code. Okay, so first of all, there's input videos, and for input video, I want to see where it creates a folder. So output folder should be, let's go and check the output folder. So output folder should just be the parent folder. So output folder, preprocessing. Okay, preprocessing. That's fine. And now, so preprocessing. And we have os.makeDirs. Okay. So output folder, it's being used here. Okay, and this is where I could just add. Okay, the video file name. It's actually no brainer, right? So video input. Okay. Input video. That's pretty. Okay, so now we have a folder name and I have a segment here. Okay, so if I run this again, I'm going to delete this folder. Not like this. Do it permanently. Okay. Okay, so let's see what I get now. So we have, I'm not sure whether I configured it properly. I think I messed it up. I don't know what happened there. Oh, it took the path. Oh no. So now I've messed up my I messed up my input data. Oh, what happened there? Okay, input's still here. Okay, fine. So I'm just going to delete all of this. This is not what I intended at all. So sample videos. No, I need to be careful because I don't want to delete my. Okay, I'm just going to delete this folder. It went to the wrong place. And I know why. Because I didn't use the I didn't use just the name of the file, the video file. I took the whole path. So OS something like that. Don't know if it's the correct syntax. We'll see. Okay, right, now I'm just going to run this again. And I didn't do it properly. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to put, this is where, so video file name equal to, you see, it's already doing that for me. Okay, so I don't necessarily have to know the exact syntax. It will just tell me with GitHub Copilot. Okay, no, not this one. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to run this. Hopefully it's going to go to the right destination this time. Okay, I think it is. Okay, you can see, right, I already have my data in the place I want it to be. And since it's going so well, I'm actually going to, oh, what happened there? Should be smaller than the clip's duration, 3031. What's that happening? To be honest, I don't really think we should be using Movie Spy. Okay, I'm going to just tell, can you change this implementation so that it uses FFmpeg instead of Movie Spy? Kind of, it did what I asked it to do, right? Because Movie Spy is the Python way to do it, and FFmpeg is not necessarily the Python way to do it, but it's used in Python scripts all the time. So yeah, sometimes you have to be careful with what you ask and how you ask it. Still using OpenCV. But to be honest, I don't think this is necessary. Still don't like the answer. First convert it. I'm not sure. Okay, so now it's using FFmpeg. Why is it? Okay, this is for the audio mainly. And then it's using okay, it's using FFmpeg to extract audio. It's still using Python to just extract the frames. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're not. Okay, it's calculating total number of segments. Okay, let me make sure in the meantime that I have FFmpeg running here. I do. Okay. So it's extracting frames, extracting audio. Frames per second. Frames per segment. Okay. Well, I'm not sure why it tries to mix the two things. You can just extract first. You can convert first to the correct frame rate, and then you can do what you need to do. But here it's trying to do it all at once. Okay, let me see FFF Pro. It's there as well. Okay. So I'm just checking, right, the code to make sure it does what I want it to do. So first of all, it checks the total duration of the video. Then it calculates the number of segments. But it doesn't really, and then it uses the target frames per second. It's actually smart. Okay, this code seems to be taking into account the frame rate we want to extract, so it's actually doing wow, but it's not very efficient, is it? You can actually do this with one FFmpeg command, right? Okay, I'm just going to run this. I want to save time. So if I want to rewrite it myself, I will waste time. So let's see. I'm going to create a new file for now. So new file. Split video files. FFmpeg.py. Okay, so copy this. And I can just apply the same change I've done here, which was just to accept multiple videos. Okay, and then this section here I also need to change it. So video file name. Okay. Okay, you need to so we have the video file name, segment folder. Okay, I already have the process video list. Okay. Oh, so it's already doing that. Okay, this is not what I wanted, right? So I'm going to take this off. So process video. You can call it process videos. Okay. Actually, I can just one sec. So yeah. Okay. Never mind. Right. So we have input videos, output folder. Can copy and paste this. Okay. And then I'll change this. So they will iterate for the view files. Don't think I need to do this. So I'll just pass in the output folder. Okay. I think this should be enough. Let's run this again now. So Python FFmpeg. Okay, and our file exists. Okay, this is good. It just means that it found something that's already there. I'm going to delete it. New folder. Splitting. Okay. Right. So now let's do it again. It's running. It's very fast. I'm not sure whether it's because it's failing yours or whether it's actually working. We'll see. But it's actually doing a lot of FFmpeg calls. I thought you could just do one per video, but it seems like it needs to do multiple calls. Maybe that's not the most efficient way of doing it. But you see, it can give you very good, quick results, right? Then you can worry about optimizing this later. But it seems like it's doing the same exact thing I wanted to do. I might still have time to apply the thumbnails. I have 15 more minutes. So I wanted to do the cropping as well, but I don't know if I have enough time for that. We'll see. It's a lot of FFmpeg calls. So maybe the previous solution was a bit more efficient. That's my feeling, but yeah. Okay, this is not as fast as I thought it would be, but it works. Okay. But what is happening is that it's calling FFmpeg multiple times for the same video, when I think you could just call FFmpeg once per video, extract all the video segments, and all the audio in one go, and then you can put into the right folders if you need to. But this is not doing that, so that's why it's not efficient. Or I could also have a very maybe I have some kind of bug as well to make it even longer. I think it might be going over and over again the same list. Let's see. So process video files. Then okay. All right. In the meantime, while that's running, I'm going to I'll definitely have to improve this code because it's too slow. But you have now, so we have now the data where we want it to be, and the next step would be to take these images, right, and then just crop each frame. Okay, I've already created a method for that actually, so I can. So what I could do, I could just apply this to the same folder and crop each frame and overwrite it again. That will save me disk space. But maybe for now, I'm just going to create an additional file saying _cropped, and then it will just okay. Okay, maybe all right, I don't think I'm going to have time to do the cropping, but I'm going to just spend a little bit more time to try and get this code to be more efficient. And so I've asked now ChatGPT to give me a better solution, because this one is not acceptable, to be honest. It's still running. I think there's a bug actually. I don't even know what it's doing because it's just so much output. Okay, so let's see this one. So wow, this code should be more efficient, right? Okay, it's splitting everything into segments, and then it's probably going to be doing, I don't know if it's still going to be able to put in the right locations. Okay, let's see this code. Try this code. Okay, do it. All right, and now we have to just change this method. Okay, go here. And replace the code completely. But I need to make sure audio goes. Okay, it already knows what I want to do. It's good. So it's already added the video file name. It took the extension out, although I don't think that's necessary, but never mind. Okay, let's try again. I don't know if, let's see. Okay, it should be doing only. Should be a lot more efficient now. Okay. Okay, it's not doing exactly what I wanted to do. Not the way I was expecting it to. But you know what? Like, this is not bad. How many files I have? I don't have that many videos, do I? Okay, let's see what's doing. Okay, the audio is being separated into a separate folder, right? I wanted to combine it already. Okay, that's fine. Why so much audio actually? This is one video file. So audio and frames. Why does it only have? Okay, the number. I'm losing frames, and I don't have the segments. So I think ChatGPT already forgot some of the requirements I had. Okay, maybe I should just change the code and see if it's easier. Okay, so we have segments of video, but I don't think it. So it's not doing what I wanted it to do. So we ended up creating two separate folders, one with frames, completely separate, and another with audio. But I don't know if this corresponds to the actual segment. I don't know. Wait. Okay. So we have. It's a bit harder to debug FFmpeg, as you can tell, right? It's a bit more. Let's see if we can change the code. Okay, so for 1 hour of work, I'm very close. I'm very close to what I wanted to achieve. It's still worth it. I think it would take me longer than an hour to get this code working, for sure. So, yeah, ChatGPT does help, and GitHub Copilot as well. But you do need to check what you're getting, because you can't just take any code. You need to test it, and you need to make sure it complies with what you wanted it to do. So what's it doing now? It's going back to the... Don't tell me it's going back to the previous solution. No, this is a previous solution, okay. Maybe there's no way to do that with a single call of FFmpeg. Okay, so I just wanted to give you an update. I actually spent a little bit of extra time, I would say 10 to 15 minutes, right? I asked the ChatGPT more to change the code, and I've managed to get it to use FFmpeg only once for the extracting the frames, and only once for extracting the audio. And then at the end, I asked it to group the frames and the audio into separate subfolders, and it's working perfect. Yeah, so it's actually doing what I wanted to do, and it's as efficient as it can be. So this was just a little bit over an hour, and yeah, so this is a great start. That means that in my next session I will be applying retina face on each frame here to extract the faces, and just have a instead of having the whole frame, I'm going to have just my face, right? And yeah, so that will be the next stage, and I'll see you again soon. Happy coding!